right there, sir?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you take the handcuffs off?
We can do whatever you want us to.
You could.
Yeah, this one's too long.
You remember us, right?
Yeah, I remember y'all.
Yeah,
What y'all
we
want?
just want to talk to you real briefly.
My choice is my right. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. We already talked. What's there to talk about? I got
Okay.
we gotta talk about.
Okay, why don't you let them take the cuffs off you, and then I'm just going to explain something to you, and then you make a decision if you want to talk to us or not, okay?
Talk to you about what?
Okay. He's going to take the cuffs off you,
What you want me to talk to you about?
and I'm going to explain to you something, okay? And then you make a decision, okay? Just relax, okay?
Okay, we have some new information. We just wanted to try to go through it with you to see if you could just talk to us. This won't take a whole lot of your time. And be good to go, okay?
Put your hands up on the wall.
Just relax, okay, good?
Lower your hands.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah? Okay. Do you want us in the room or you want us out?
If you could just step out.
Yeah,
no problem.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Ain't nothing to worry about.
We've talked to him before. He's always been nice, he's always been polite.
Have a seat for me, okay?
Appreciate it.
How's it going?
You want the door
Good,
shut,
how you
sir?
doing?
How you doing, man?
Yes,
See you
please,
again.
thank you.
We'll be right here, sir.
Okay. All right, Jose, you remember me? My name is Jim Ronzinski, Special Agent.
I'm Mickey.
I just be kind with me. You show me respect. I'll show y'all respect back.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, Jose, today's date is February 26, 2018. The time is 10:39 p.m. We're at the Collier County Sheriff's Office in Naples, Florida, at their main headquarters. Your name is Jose Raul Bonilla, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And your date of birth is January 14th, 1995, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Some deputies just brought you in here to this room, and you indicated that you did not want to talk to us. Okay.
Yeah.
So I understand that. So I'm not going to ask you any questions. What I want you to do is just listen to me. So don't say anything, okay? We've been investigating this shooting that happened at ZombieCon.
Yeah.
I think you're aware of that. So don't say anything, okay? We've been investigating this for a long time. We've spoken to you several times.
Several times.
And you've always spoken to us. You've always answered our questions. And you've been polite with us, cooperative with us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
As I said,
The reason why I was gonna ask you that, because the reason why I've been hiding from y'all is because my whole life, since I've been little, I've been dealing with cars, and I get tired of that. You feel me? I've been getting tired of that. So
Completely understand.
you know what? I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna talk to y'all man to man.
Completely.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
So
all right, we do appreciate that. We've developed some additional information, and we had wanted to give you an opportunity to give your side of the story.
yeah.
Specifically, you were held.
I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna tell you my story. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Well,
And
now you had told us when you first walked in the room. When you first walked in the room,
All right.
that you didn't want to talk to us.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you said.
Yeah.
So I want to respect that.
All right.
So if you're telling me you do want to talk to us, you just have to be real clear about that.
Yeah.
That you do want to talk to us.
I'll talk to y'all. It don't matter. I'm already here, so I'll just talk to y'all.
Okay. All right. Well, before we do that, you're in a jail setting. You're in custody.
Yeah.
You're in custody on some other charges,
Yeah,
or we're on some other charges. Okay. Because you're in custody, we have to read you your rights.
I normally would say rights are read, and we would skip this part, but due to the interaction between the suspect and the detective, I think it's kind of relevant. We're going to listen to that.
You have a right to remain silent.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to us if you don't want to. If you do decide to talk to us, you can stop at any time. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
All right.
You have a right to speak with an attorney and ask that attorney for advice before answering any
What does
questions.
all this mean right here?
Well, they're your standard rights. Your what's called.
Yeah, it's my rights. It's just that I'm just here to speak to y'all, and that's it.
Right, and that's your choice. But we just want you to be aware of what your rights are. that you don't have to talk to us. That's your right.
Yeah.
If you do decide to talk to us, you can stop at any time. You have a right to have an attorney and consult with that attorney before any questioning. If you can't afford an attorney, one would be appointed to you free of charge before any
I'm
questioning.
not gonna get charged over something I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
And if you do decide to speak with us without an attorney present, you can stop answering questions at any time. Do you understand what I just read you? Do you understand you don't have to talk to us and you have a right to have an attorney? You understand all that?
I understand the rights and all that. It's just that, what does this mean? Like, what is all this gonna mean? Are y'all putting a hold on me over there over something I got nothing to do with?
Well, because you're in custody, just
I'm
like...
in custody over some other charge that I'm hearing this
We
county.
still have to read this to you.
Correct.
Because you're in
Alright.
custody here. If we were out in Immokalee
Yeah.
and we were just talking, it would be different. Because you're in this setting and you're talking to us in custody, we have to read you your rights. And when you came in, you said you didn't want to talk to us. So
Yeah.
before we talk to you about what we want to discuss, we have to make sure you understand these rights and you agree to talk to us.
Alright. I'm already here, so I'll talk to y'all.
Okay. And you remember you were in the jail before and we talked to you before. We did the same thing. We read your rights
Yeah.
because you were in jail.
Oh, that day I didn't read the rights on me.
Well, the first time we met you in jail.
All you told me was if I wanted to apply for some public defender, lawyer, or something like that.
No, this is good. It's going back a ways. This is going back.
Something like that. I remember something like you told me you don't have to talk to me, but you have the right to get a lawyer or something, a defender or something.
Okay. So I want you to just listen for a second. Like I said, you told us you didn't want to talk to us when you first walked in the room. We've been investigating this,
Yeah.
and we have gotten some information that you admitted to doing this shooting.
No, I never said that. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm asking you not to answer anything right now. Just listen for a second, okay? We have this on recording.
What are you talking about? I don't got nothing to do with that shooting. I told you that.
Jose,
Okay,
just,
I never said that.
just listen for a second.
just listen, man.
Just listen. Don't say anything.
I want you to just listen.
Just listen. I'm not trying to get you to say anything. Just listen.
They named me.
Were you wrong on the name of Jamie telling you? That's not they put the gun up. It's like if somebody punch you in the face here, right? You gonna let them punch you? That's it. That's how it is. That's how real life is. If somebody put a gun on me and I don't know you, I'm gonna look at my reaction to put my gun in your face.
That wasn't me. I don't know who's that.
Okay. No, I didn't. Like I told you, I don't want you to answer. I just want you to listen. Now I'm going to tell you, we have this on video, too. When you're in jail, there's video. There's video
I
surveillance.
don't know who's that.
Okay.
I don't know what he's. I don't know who's that.
Okay. Jose, that is your voice.
No, it ain't.
You're on the jail video going into the cell with that other individual.
Because he's my bunkie. I don't know who's that.
At the same time the recording is made.
I
Jose,
don't know who's that.
So what I want you to do is think about this for 1 second. If what you said during the recordings is true, that you did this, that you pulled out a gun and shot this guy because you feared for your life, because this other guy had a gun, this is the time to tell us. But because you told us you initially did not want to talk to us, and I'm not trying to play games or trick you, I just want you to sit in here and think about this for a second. And if you want to talk to us, you can let us know, okay? Because initially you said you didn't want to talk to us. Now you can understand why we want to talk to you. Okay, now you understand precisely what this is about.
As we head to our first commercial break, we've all seen detectives rush in and try to get the confession real fast, sometimes in a sloppy way. This guy's being really careful and safeguarding that confession. He's like, are you sure you want to talk? I want you to think about it. Are you really sure you want to talk? Doing a great job. We'll be right back.
And I want to give you this chance to talk to us and explain what really happened. Because this may be the last time you get a chance to talk to us and tell us your side of the story. If you were really afraid, if somebody really had a gun, and you did this because you thought you were going to get killed, or you thought Jamie was going to get killed, this is the time to tell us. Okay? Why don't you just take a second and think about this. And this detective and I are going to step out, okay? Just think about it for a second.
I'm telling you what you want me to tell you. I got nothing to tell you.
Okay. Why don't you just think about it for 1 second?
Well, what do you want me to tell you?
I want to hear your side of what happened.
We want to hear the truth of what happened that night and why you did what you did. You just think. Don't answer. You said they need evidence. Well, we have evidence. We have your words on tape saying you did it. It is your voice. I've talked to you a number of times in person on the phone. That's your voice. You're on jail video. That other individual is going to come in and testify that it's your voice. That's not in dispute. Okay, why don't you think about this for 1 second?
What you want me to tell you?
The truth. The truth of what happened and why it happened. Because I really do want to know what you were thinking and why you did what you did. No BS. I would really want to know what happened and why. And I'm looking at your face and I can kind of tell you want to tell me. If you really were scared and somebody had a gun, you need to tell us. I just want to hear your side. Why don't you take a second to yourself? Think about this in your own mind. This detective and I are going to step out. And if you do want to talk to us and tell us your side of the story, it's the truth. That's all we're after is the truth and why you did what you did. Maybe you did have a good reason. Maybe you did fear for your life. And that would be the only good reason. Okay, that would be the only good reason you do something like that. Is you were afraid. You were afraid you were going to get killed or your buddy Jamie was going to get killed. If that's the case, we want to know.
I'm not going to lose my life. I'm not going to lose my life, for real. You know it's real. Me and you're FBI. You know everything that's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking you dead in the eyes. Because it was... This is real, man.
It is real.
It's God. He was there with me. This is real, man.
Why don't you take 1 second, think about this, let me talk to this detective for a minute.
I just don't want to lose my life. I don't.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to lose my life.
But what are you thinking? I understand you don't want to lose your life, but what? Why don't you take one second, just catch your breath and think for a minute. And if you want to talk to us, you let us know. I'm just going to give you a break here for a second.
Just take some deep breaths, Bart.
Just take a breath for a second.
Deep breaths,
I
pray a
just
little
don't want
bit.
to lose my life, sir. I don't.
If you want to talk to us, you let us know. Okay? We'll just take a second, think to yourself, okay? And we'll be right back. It's up to you if you want to talk to us. You let us know, okay?
Well,
Okay, just take a second. And if you want to talk to us, you knock on this door and you let them know, and we'll come back.
Just take a few minutes.
Just take a minute, okay?
I love the bluff here by the detective. He's like, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. If you want to talk, let us know. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. Meanwhile, you know he wants him to talk. I mean, come on. We want a confession. But watch how the suspect reacts to this. Oh no, I find this fascinating. I mean, he's trying to hear anything that lets him know how much they know. I have to know what you know so I know if I should confess or not.
Have a seat,
Right
man.
there.
Yep, have a seat. Now, they'll be right here for you, okay? Just hang tight for 1 second, pal.
Shoot, I wouldn't expect that. They ain't playing.
Excuse me.
Okay, Jose, we had stepped out, and we understand that you just told one of the deputies that you want to speak to us. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to be clear. You want to speak to us and give us your side of the story. Is that correct? You want to talk to us?
Well, what are y'all gonna do to me?
Well, right now we want to hear what happened and why it happened. That's what we want to hear. But it's up to you if you want to talk to us. I mean, looking at your face a minute ago, it's clear you want to talk to us. But I need to hear that from you. I want to make sure that I'm reading you right. Do you want to tell us what really happened? And why? Why? Most importantly, why? Because I don't think you're some evil kid.
Oh, no.
Clearly, you have remorse for what happened. We listened to these conversations. Clearly, you have some guilt about what happened. You ask God to forgive you. And that all tells us you're not an evil, malicious kid that just doesn't care. You do care, but we want to hear the truth of why you did what you did. You just told the deputy that you wanted to speak to us, and I hope you do. I mean, you've talked to me for a long time, a number of times, on the phone, in person. And you've always talked to us. And generally, you've been pretty polite and respectful with us.
Absolutely.
And I want to give you this opportunity, but I want to know that you do want to talk to us. I want to know why you did it. If you really thought your life was in danger, this other guy had a gun, we need to know.
Let me hear that again.
It is a little noisy in the background, so.
I can hear you still. That's what it's doing? You want to get paid for this? No? God forbid. Huh? God forbid. If you never did, I would have been crazy and I would have been looking crazy. Well, what happened when you had to that night? What was Yeah, right. Did you see him when you shoot him, or what Jamie told you? What do you mean? When you shoot the people within the corner, did you see him? Or were you wrong on the name of Jamie told you? I shot him because they were being told they put the gun up. It's like, if somebody punch you in the face in the red, you gonna let them punch you? That's how it is. That's how real life is. If somebody pull a gun on me and I don't know you, my reaction is to put my gun in the face. You feel me? I'm not gonna let you shoot me or let you kill me. You don't have to worry about it, about how many people did know what happened before my head, what it was. But it's like life, you feel me? It's like, it can't just come get you because someone said this and that. They gotta have proof, the gun, and they gotta have that. They can't go by evidence on this kind of charges. These cases are extremely literal shit. So what do you do with the gun? It's in the ocean. What's the name? The bridge there? The bridge. In Moped. What is he? You were by yourself? So, I brought that shit, I cleaned it with bleach. You cleaned it with bleach? I broke it in pieces. You broke it in pieces? Yeah. I threw the metal. You know how this man had metal? And plastic? I threw the metal, all that shit.
We can go on, man, but I mean, it's there. It sounds like we need to hear what happened from you, because that's the only way we're going to find out.
You said what happened in the recordings. And like I said, it's very important. If you feared for your life, if somebody else had a gun and pulled it out, we need to know. We want to hear about that. We know this isn't easy for you. If you were defending yourself or Jamie, it's really time to tell us. If somebody pulled out a gun.
I don't care about nobody else, just myself.
Can't blame him for being honest.
You were afraid for your own life? You thought he was going to shoot you? You're young. You're a young man. You're 23 years old. You got a whole future ahead of you. Obviously, you know we have some evidence. You express remorse about what you did, and you ask God to forgive you. Think about the family of this young man who died. They want to know what happened, but more importantly, they want to know why it happened. Why is their loved one dead? And if there was some type of mistake, somebody else pulled out a gun or showed a gun, and you were defending yourself, I'm sure the family would want to know that. What led up to their family member being killed? And as I look at you right now, you got a struggle in your face. There's what I see is a young man who's got this going through his head and wants to do the right thing and explain his side of the story, but it is up to you.
I just don't understand.
What's that? I didn't hear that.
I just don't understand.
You just don't understand? What don't you understand? If there's something I can explain to you, I will.
I don't want to lose my life.
What I think you're referring to is, I think you're asking if the state is going to charge you and seek the death penalty. Is that what you're asking me? Or is that what you're implying?
No.
Okay, you don't want to lose your life. What do you...
We go both ways. Being locked up for life.
Oh, okay. And like I said, you're 23 years old. I can't sit here and guarantee you what the state is going to absolutely prosecute you for or what sentence you may end up getting. But you need to make a decision, because if you cooperate, maybe that helps you out down the road. You've been in jail, you kind of know how the system works. Those individuals that accept responsibility for what they've done, and if they plea, sometimes they get a plea agreement. I'm not saying that that's going to happen in your case. I can't promise you that. But generally speaking, in my experience, those individuals that get prosecuted, that cooperate, that take a plea, their sentence is sometimes lighter. But it would go a long way, especially to the victim's family, to know why this happened. And if you have some legitimate claim that somebody pulled a gun and this was an issue of self-defense, well, the sooner you bring that up, I would say that the better off you are there.
As we head to our next commercial break, I'll be honest, I don't recall him even asking a question.
That's something we need to know about. Absolutely.
And then we can further investigate that aspect. But there's some information that can only come from you as to what you saw, what you heard, and most importantly, why you did what you did. In that moment in time, why did you do what you did? Only you can tell us that. You kind of have in these recordings, but we need to understand this fully.
Y'all heard it, right? So, y'all know.
We did hear it. Did the guy that pulled the gun, is he the guy you ended up shooting? Or was he next to that guy? I know we heard it, but we definitely want to hear it from you so we're clear exactly what happened. Why you did what you did.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yes.
There you go.
So you pulled out your gun, a Glock 40, and you fired because some guy had a gun. Is the guy that had the gun the same guy you shot? That's not exactly clear to me. You didn't mean to shoot those other people.
Just to give context for that, there was one dead, five people were hit.
I ain't mean to shoot nobody. They were walking up.
And who was it that was walking up?
Alright, you know what? I just don't want to do time for this, man, because I know this is forgiveness. This is from God right here, because if God was never there, I would have been caught.
And I can't promise you what the state is going to charge you with, not going to charge you, what sentence you end up getting. I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is it maybe this helps you out with the sentence if you cooperate. And it's like I said, the victim's family, they really want to know why this happened. Yeah, these recordings are evidence. That's going to come out. But, you know, people want to hear in your own words why this happened. You were telling me they were walking up. Who was walking up? Was there one guy walking up? And who was that guy? It seems like from the recording that you don't know who that guy was. That Jamie Dede knew who it was. And you saw a gun. And then your reaction was to shoot to save yourself. That's what we're getting from the recording, but like I said, it's just not clear to me, was the guy you shot the guy that was walking up with the gun? That's all.
So what, y'all gonna put a hold on me?
Well,
I'm getting released today.
you can hear that there's evidence in this case. There's your own words admitting to this crime. So in all likelihood, are you going to get charged with this crime? This is your opportunity to tell us exactly what happened and why it happened.
You don't want people to assume they know what happened downtown. We want you to tell us exactly what happened. So there's no question. We can answer some of these ifs.
In your own words, and what you were thinking at that time, at that precise moment, you can only tell us that. You know, we can listen to your recording and we can talk to other people that were there, but that split moment in time, when you pulled out that gun and fired, what were you thinking? Why did you do it? It's a very important part of this case. If you're telling us some guy had a gun.
It was a hitman. A hitman pulled out a Desert Eagle on me.
And who was that
I
guy?
don't know that guy's name. I really don't know.
Was he a black male?
A black male?
Yeah, was he
It was a black dude. He had dreads. And he was right next to an Arab dude. And that Arab, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be real, man, cause you be real, man. I don't wanna, cause Didi had problems with the other dude, the Arab dude. It was an Arab guy. I don't know their names. I really don't be around Didi like that.
Did the Arab guy used to have a store out at the Winn-Dixie Plaza or
I
no?
don't know anything about this dude.
Okay.
So Didi had problems with him. You know what I'm saying? So they had problems. And when they had problems, and then that's when Didi had told me to look to the right, and I had looked to the right. They were walking up already with a Desert Eagle. They were close near to the door. So my reaction was I had to do it quick, because if I don't do it quick, I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Some people would have got hit behind me.
And where did you have this gun? Did you have it tucked in your pants? Where did you have your gun?
I had it tucked in my pants.
And it was a Glock 40?
Yeah, Glock 40.
Okay. How many times did you point the gun at the guy you saw pulling out the gun? Or what exactly happened there? You tell me.
Like I told you, he's a hitman. He's gonna do what he gotta do. He put out the gun on me.
And tell me about that. Where did he pull the gun from?
Where he put it?
Yeah.
He already had it out. He had it from the front.
In his waist?
He caught it back.
Okay, so you're motioning that he had it in his waistband.
Yeah,
He pulled it out.
He pulled it out.
And you're saying he actually racked around in the chamber.
Yeah, he put it in the chamber, and then I had to let it out quick. And then I had to get out of there.
Did you shoot the guy who pulled out the gun?
It was an accident. He must have went by home or something. I don't know if he got away or not.
Okay, so you don't know if you hit that guy. And you're saying it was an accident. Did you shoot the people that were standing next to him? Is that what you're telling me?
No, like I was trying to go for him. For him, because he put out a gun on me first.
Okay, no, I don't understand. I'm just trying to visualize this. So he pulled out a gun, he racked around in the chamber,
Yeah.
You pulled out your gun, and you fired, and you were saying it was an accident.
I got scared. I was fearing for my life, like you heard.
Yep.
There.
Okay. How many times did you shoot?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm trying, because the man pulled out the gun on me.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. You feared for your life, and that's why you did what you did. But you don't know if you hit that guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know?
I was trying to aim for him.
You were aiming for him, but you hit some other people. Is that what happened?
I didn't mean to hit the other people. I'm going for him only.
Oh, I understand.
He had put out a gun on me.
If I stand up, can you show me how close he was to you? And you can kind of...
I told you from here to the door.
So if I was standing at the door, the hitman was this close?
Yeah, he was this close. He put out the fire on me.
So as he's pulling out a gun,
Yeah.
and are you standing up facing me? Or are you facing away?
I'm facing, because I'm looking at the people. I'm enjoying myself.
Right.
So B has a problem with the dude. And then I look to the right, and I see him put out his fire.
So you see him out of the corner of your eye type thing?
Nah, he told me to look that way, so I looked that way. And he's already putting out his fire on me.
How far away was he when you shot?
Like from right there where you was at.
As we head to our next break, I mean, we've all seen videos of these kids shooting on different platforms. You know, the crazy thing is you see these videos and they're jumping around and shooting down at each other, almost shooting their buddies in the back of the head and stuff. and they hit everybody but the person they're aiming. I mean, this dude's like 10 feet away, and neither one of them hit each other. It's incredible. We'll be back.
So I could have died that night.
Was
I
the
coulda
Arab
died.
guy standing to his right or to his left?
He was on his, the hitman was on the left, and the Arab dude was on the right.
And there was people all around.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's crowded down there.
yeah.
But no closer than this.
Was the guy who pulled out the gun, can you tell me about how old he was?
I don't know. Like, he should be 20, 30 something years old.
20s to 30s. Was he tall or short?
He's about 6'1", I say.
And you said he had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he was wearing for clothing?
So I just don't want to lose my life, man. Or something that God forgive me. And Tyler Taylor, he's in heaven. I spoke to this guy. I always talk to this guy every night I go to sleep.
And by Tyrell Taylor, you mean Expavius Tyrell Taylor, the kid who
Yeah,
you shot and killed?
yeah. I had dreamed about him all the time.
You didn't mean to shoot and kill
I
him.
didn't mean to shoot him. I swear to God I did. I didn't even aim towards him, nothing. I was fearing for my life because that dude was facing towards me with a gun. About to kill me already. Or some people would have been shot behind me.
And the guy that he was with, this Arab guy, can you describe him for me?
He had gold,
Gold teeth,
gold teeth,
gold crowns. How old was he about?
like 20, like end of 20s, 30.
And Didi, and by you saying Didi, you mean Jaime Gomez.
Yeah.
Jaime Gomez had previously robbed this Arab guy
They had robbed him
in Fort Myers somewhere.
somewhere.
Do you know where that happened in Fort Myers?
Fort Myers. What do you? Nah.
Now, do you know like, where in a house, a business,
I
or
don't know.
do you know when that happened in relation to ZombieCon? Okay. And you don't know either guy's name.
Nah, I don't know their names. But
Does
I'm saying,
Jaime-
I just went out there to enjoy myself.
I understand.
This event.
Did Jaime know the Arab guy's name? Did Jamie know?
I think he should know the Arab dude. The Arab should know that black dude.
And Sergeant Mickey brought up a point when you were asked your question, when this guy was pulling out the gun, you racked around in a chamber and you pulled out your Glock and you fired, you're just not sure who you hit. You were aiming at him.
Yeah, I was aiming at him because he pulled out a gun on me.
I understand.
I'm not gonna pull out a gun on nobody, unless they pull a gun on me. That's why I was trying to get my gun license. Y'all seen it?
I understand.
I went to the pawn shop.
Yes, we did. And was there a lot of people right around this guy who pulled out the gun? Did other people see that, or
I don't know.
how many people would you say were right around this guy who pulled out the gun?
I don't know. Like
A lot?
I don't know. I'm not aiming no gun at nobody else. Innocent people out there. I'm not aiming no gun at no innocent people. I'm aiming at the dude, the hitman. The hitman's gonna do what he gotta do, cause he getting paid by that Arab dude.
So the other people that you shot, you didn't intend to shoot any of
I didn't
them.
mean to shoot none of them.
You didn't intend to shoot Mr. Taylor.
No.
Okay. Let me just kind of back up. So at the beginning of the night, who decides to go to ZombieCon? You, Gabriel Alvarado, or Didi?
Didi, yeah. From Didi went from all of us.
And who went? You, Didi, and Gabriel.
Yeah.
And you went in that Escalade? Is that how you guys?
It was in a Camaro, a white Camaro.
Whose car was that?
That was Didi's.
And you guys left from
Something
Immokalee?
serious. I'm like, man, God forgive me for this. If He never forgive me, I would have been out there crazy. Like I would have known what to do.
Now, I understand. And you guys went from Immokalee to downtown Fort Myers? To the event?
Yeah.
Do you remember where you parked?
No.
Did everybody have a handgun, or just you?
Just me.
And where did this Glock 40 come from? Where did you get that gun from?
Some dude had sold it to me.
When did he sell it to you?
I don't remember.
How long before the event?
It was on the same year.
Like 2 months, 6 months before? Or... Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Do you know who this guy was that sold you the gun?
No.
Was it a private person or was it a business you bought it from? Just some dude on the street?
Dude on the street.
Do you know a nickname or anything?
It was. He was an army dude. That's what I.
From Mockley or?
Nah, he was. I don't know where he was from.
How did you find out that he was selling it?
How did I find out?
I mean, how'd you hook up with him?
From Gabriel's side, because Gabriel knew him.
Okay.
Does Gabriel Alvarado put you in touch with this guy that you bought the gun from?
Yeah.
Why were you carrying a gun? In general.
Just
For your own protection? You had some disputes with some people going out on a Mockley?
not nobody. I had no problems with nobody.
And I'm just asking, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, I just want to know what you were thinking, why you were carrying that gun around. And in particular that night, why did you take that Glock 40 down to downtown Fort Myers?
I don't know. It's just like God was telling me. Some of my friends was telling me to take it with me.
So something your gut was telling you to take this gun down
someone
there?
was telling me to take it with me. And that's when everything happened right there. See, God was there with me.
Was Gabriel right there when you fired the shot?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay. When you told me previously that you were high on Xanax bars when this happened, were you high on Xanax bars?
Cause I seen, I don't know, I just see like the devil trying to get me over something that God forgive me. The devil's always around. It's crazy, but it's real.
What do you mean by that though? I mean,
Like the devil wants to take my life away over something that God forgive me. Cause the reason why God forgive me is cause I had got away from there.
all right, so you think God forgave you because you were able to get away from all the police that were downtown in Fort Myers that night? Okay. Were you using drugs that night at all? Any type of drugs? You drinking alcohol? No, you weren't drinking alcohol or using any type of drugs?
No.
Okay. So you had a clear frame of mind and you did what you did because you were afraid. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They put out a gun on me, so
What happened after you fired the shots? You ran.
yeah, it ran.
Do you remember which way you ran?
It's, I don't know what you call that area. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but if we were there, I'll show you.
Okay, you're in downtown Fort Myers. You familiar with downtown Fort Myers?
Not really, not that much.
Okay, you were where this happened was kind of near Los Cabos Cantina restaurant near First and Broadway, not far from the U.S. Federal Courthouse.
Yeah.
When you ran, did you run by the Federal Courthouse, or do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, did you run?
I don't know, I gotta show you.
Okay, did you run back to where the Camaro was?
Yeah,
And why did you run?
because I think they're just, I don't know,
Okay.
because they probably would chase me or something.
And did Jaime, Jamie, Gamez, and Gabriel Alvarado get back to the Camaro at the same time or right after you?
Then you got to ride with somebody else.
Well, how did you leave the downtown Fort Myers?
With Didi,
Okay, did Gabriel leave with you?
Gabriel.
Yeah.
No, Gabriel, he got to ride with somebody else because 2 cars that went.
Who was the other car that went?
I don't know the name.
Was it a girl or a guy or?
He had his own car. It was a Chrysler.
Who? Gabriel?
Yeah,
The Chrysler 300?
yeah.
So you guys didn't all go down in the white Camaro together?
No,
So it was you and Didi in the white Camaro and
Yeah.
Gabriel and someone else in the Chrysler? Do you remember who else was in the Chrysler?
Just some other guy, Nano, I think Eddie Martinez.
Was Eddie's girlfriend, or should I say Gabriel and Eddie's girlfriend, Jennifer, was she there in the car too? You know her, Jennifer O'Connor?
Yeah, they were
She
all
worked at
there.
Country Kitchen?
I think so. I don't know where she worked at.
Showing you a photograph of Jennifer, Gennifer O'Connor.
Yeah.
Is it?
She was there.
She was there.
She rode down with Gabriel and Eddie in the Chrysler.
He was there. So.
Eddie Martinez,
Yeah.
he goes by the nickname of Nano.
Yeah.
So they were in the Chrysler with Gabriel.
Yeah.
Was Eddie and Jennifer right there when the shooting happened?
I think so. I don't remember. Like I said, it was quick. Cause I was scared for my life because they were there. They put out the gun quick on me. And I had to do what I had to do, you feel me?
No, I understand.
Because I would have died because they were too close to me.
Where did you and Jamie go after you left downtown Fort Myers?
Back to his house.
Jamie's house?
Yeah, Jamie's house.
In Ave Maria, or
It was in the market. It was a duplex house.
do you remember where it was?
You know where it's in the market. You know where the B&L at?
The what?
Toward the B&L. One towards the dirt road all the way to the back.
We can find out. Who else was Tara Gamez living there at the time too, or no?
Nah, she wasn't living there at the time.
Was it just Jamie renting the house, or did it belong to his mom, Elizabeth?
Yeah, Elizabeth was living there, but she was
Out of the country.
She was out of the country.
What happened to the... Let me ask you this. How many rounds were in that Glock 40 that you had that night?
I don't remember.
Now, you had talked about your fingerprints not being on the shell casings that the police found. Is that because you wear gloves every time you reload the ammunition? You don't know, or?
I don't know.
Okay. What happened to the Glock 40 after this shooting?
I threw it in the ocean, like right there.
Just like you told
Yeah.
in the recordings.
Mhm.
So as you go on Immokalee Road from 41 going towards the beach, there's a bridge. So Immokalee Road, as you're going towards the beach, turns into 111 and turns into Bluebell Avenue.
Why y'all want all this stuff, man? Y'all trying to see my life, you know?
Well, we're just trying to establish clearly what happened. Now, you kind of said in the recording, we want to make sure that's the truth.
It is true.
Okay. Because we did have a dive team dive underneath that bridge. And we did recover a gun. Now, how long after this shooting at downtown Fort Myers did you throw the gun off that bridge? A couple days later, a couple weeks
I
later? Or
don't remember. I don't, for sure. I don't remember.
did you go by yourself when you threw the gun in the... Oh,
Yeah, I went by myself.
you didn't have a driver's license. Whose car did you use?
I had to use my sister,
Your sister Cassandra, or
Cassandra.
did you tell Cassandra and Janita what you did? I'm not trying to get them in trouble. Obviously, they didn't do the shooting. And you know we've spoken to them a couple of times. And we're going to have to speak to people again. Do you not want to answer that question? You don't have to answer any questions you don't want to.
I never told her.
Never told your sisters? Okay. Do you remember going...
I never talked bad about this dude that died. I never talked bad about the dude.
Okay.
People that knew about this, I never talked nothing bad about this guy.
Right.
It's all the forgiveness.
Right, from what I hear, this kid was a football player, not involved in any type of crime, not a kid that got into fights or carried weapons or anything like that. He was an innocent kid. And let me ask you about this. Did you attend a coming home party for Rudy Ramos at Elizabeth's house?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. I know I told you no about that, but yeah, I went to a homecoming party, and I felt the devil inside me, and I was here like people tell me don't let it get you and all that, and it got to me. And I let out this happen, and then people knew about it.
Okay.
Everybody that was there.
So Elizabeth Ramos had a coming home party for Rudy at her house, at a house in Lehigh?
Yeah,
Do you remember whose house it was? Was it hers?
Crystal, Ramos.
Chris Ramos' house?
Yeah.
Was Mike 9 living there too, or no? Do you know Mike?
No,
Okay. How many people were at this party? A lot?
a lot.
Did you get really drunk?
I got really drunk.
And you told people about this shooting?
Yeah,
And Eddie Martinez was there? Nano was there?
yeah, he was there. A lot of people were there.
Jaime was there?
Yeah, Jaime was there.
Rudy?
Yeah, really.
Gabriel?
Yeah, all of them.
Elizabeth?
Yeah,
Everybody hear you talking about this?
yeah, everybody.
Because you were pretty loud about it.
Yeah,
Because you felt bad about what you did. That's why you were talking about it. You weren't bragging about it, you felt bad what you had done.
yeah,
You kind of wanted to get it off your chest.
yeah.
You realized somebody at the party overheard you and ended up calling Crime Stoppers. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. You kind of make a reference to it in the recordings. You say that you thought it was Nano that called the police on you, that snitched.
I'm guessing that it was.
Did you ever talk with Nano about that? Did you ever say, why did you call the police?
No, I never told him about that.
And who else did you tell that you... People at the party?
Just at the party, yeah.
Okay, you never told...
I never talked bad about the guy. I just told him that all this forgiveness, and the ones that called and knowing that there's forgiveness, the devil made them do that.
You never
I
told...
didn't mean to shoot that guy. It was I don't shoot innocent people.
Did you see the guy you shot? Did you see Xavier
No.
Taylor?
No, I didn't see him.
You didn't know him?
No, I didn't know him.
Okay. Did you know any of the people that got shot there?
No.
David Perez?
I wasn't focusing on nobody else.
You were just focused on the guy that had the gun?
That put a gun on me.
How long had you guys been downtown before this happened?
How long?
Yeah. What you can remember, what do you
How long
think?
were we there?
Yeah, before this happened.
I think 2 hours.
A couple hours.
Like just 2 hours.
And it was pretty crowded down there, right?
Yeah, it was crowded.
A lot of people in costumes, some people carrying fake knives, fake guns, is that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember seeing anybody specifically down there that night that you knew from Immokalee?
No, nobody. I had no problem with nobody.
Did Gabriel run into one of his other girlfriends? Well, do you know a girl named Tori that works at the casino?
No, I don't know, but I seen her by face.
Do you remember running into her downtown? Her and her sister?
I think his I think Gabriel did run into her. I don't know.
Okay, you don't. Do you remember talking? Do you remember her seeing her down there? Tori?
No, I ain't never saw her. I don't saw her like that. I just know her by face.
And kind of backing up, before you threw that gun in the water off of that bridge, did you do what you said in the recording? Did you soak it in bleach, wash it in bleach?
Yeah. Cause I didn't want to lose my life.
Okay, well, let me ask you that. Why did you wash it in bleach? Did you do it because you thought you'd get your DNA off it and your fingerprints? Is that...
I just didn't want to get caught and lose my life
Okay.
over something that was forgiven. You feel me?
I understand what you're saying.
Y'all make sense.
I understand what you're saying, but when you say you didn't want to get caught, that's why you put it in bleach. Was that because you thought it would get rid of DNA and fingerprints by putting the stuff in bleach?
I guess, I don't know.
Well, you tell me. I guess that's what I'm asking you, is what you were thinking.
Somebody tell you to do that?
Somebody told me.
Did you take the gun apart and throw it in the water?
Yeah,
Okay, so you took the slide
yeah,
off the handle and threw it apart.
yeah.
In the water?
Yeah,
Did you try to burn the handle of the gun?
no,
Okay. When you spoke about that in the recording, you didn't really try to burn the handle?
no.
Do you know why you said that?
What do you mean burn the handle?
Burning the plastic part?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't burn the plastic part.
Okay. You put it in bleach. You took it apart. And you threw it in the water. And I'm just trying to find out why you did that, because you didn't want to get caught. I understand that. You know, you didn't want to get caught. Your mom doesn't know what happened, right? No, you didn't want to tell her because you didn't want to get her involved in anything. I understand that. Did you tell Chris Ramos what happened?
His brother D told me.
Did Chris ever talk to you about it?
Chris?
Yeah, did Chris Ramos ever talk to you directly about it?
No. He just knew off what Didi. Cause Didi he even said it too, that we both seen him put out the gun on us. And he called his brother and told me that was real for what I did for him. Cause I would have died over something that got nothing to do with me.
Right,
He would have died over it, cause he said he robbed a dude. And I don't know this guy, but if he would have put his gun down, I would have put my gun down and would have fought.
And who did you think, when he pulled this gun out and racked around in it, do you think he was going to shoot you, or did you think he was going to shoot Didi? Or you weren't sure because you got
He
it for
just
so...
shoot at me. He was aiming at me because I had a gun on me. He seen the gun on me.
And where did you have the gun? Did you have it under your shirt?
I don't know.
Did you already pull it out when you saw
I
him?
had it on me.
How did he see it? How did he see it? How do you think he saw it?
Because I had to put it out quick, and he already had his gun out.
Okay, so let me ask you, who had the gun out first? Did he have his
He had
gun?
the gun. He did. He had his gun out first.
Okay, but
Once I seen it already, my reaction would do it quick. If I don't do it quick, I'm the one that's gonna get hit first.
Okay. I'm not trying to trick you, but just a few minutes ago you said he pulled out a gun because you had the gun out, your gun out first. That's what you just said. And I'm just trying to clarify that. Like I said, I'm not trying to play tricks on you. Just want to be clear about what happened and what you
I don't know,
remember.
it's crazy, man. Like he put out the gun first on me.
Okay?
My reaction is pull out my gun quick before I get hit. Cause my feelings around that time was, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But it's like I felt like I was gonna die that night because I seen he pull out the gun first on me. And I had to pull it out quick.
And when you pulled out your gun out of your waistband, did you have it on your right side or left side? Your gun. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
So you pulled it from your right.
Yeah.
And did you fire with one hand? Did you fire with two hands? Or what did you do?
2 hands.
Okay. And did you take aim? Or did you just start shooting in his direction?
His direction, because he was like close. And I was like facing towards him.
Did you say anything to him?
No, nothing. I didn't say nothing to him.
Did he or the Arab or Middle Eastern guy he was with, did they say anything to you before this happened? Was there any words exchanged?
No, there wasn't words going on that night. It's just that, you know, like I said, he's a hitman. His the main dude's gonna tell him what he gotta do. And when they're already coming up, he already have his gun.
No, I understand. So when you pulled your gun out of your right side and started shooting, you have both hands, and you were aiming in his direction.
Yeah.
Now, how familiar are you with guns? Do you go target practicing at all?
As we head to our next commercial break, this has got to be some kind of trick question. My man can't hit a target at 10 feet. There's no way he has target practice. No way. We'll be back.
Do you target practice, shoot?
No, not
Really?
really. I really don't.
Have you?
I'm not even good at it.
All right. Have you shot bottles before or something in the woods or no?
No.
Okay. You know how you look at the sights on a gun?
Yeah. No,
You didn't
no.
do that in this case?
No. That was my first gun ever.
That was the first time you had your own handgun?
Yeah.
How many times had you been shooting before that?
What, that same time? That same night?
No, not that same night. How many times had you
No.
shot the gun before, ever?
Never.
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 And that dude's carrying? Doggone, that's scary.
So that gun is not linked to any other crimes on an Immokalee?
No.
Okay. That you know.
It was a clean gun.
Okay. When you say clean gun, what do you mean by that?
It was like never shot before.
It was never used in a crime
I
before?
never practiced on it, nothing. I'm gonna lose my life over this.
That's not up to me, man.
The state attorney's office is going to evaluate a totality of the circumstances of this case, and they're going to file what charges they feel is appropriate.
How long would it take?
Well, it's going to happen in short order here. It's going to happen quickly.
So I'm
Mr. Taylor died as a result of you shooting, and then you murdered. You're most likely going to be charged with murder and counts of aggravated battery. What will happen? You'll be taken from here. Your charges are dismissed here. You're not facing any charges anymore in Collier County. You'll be taken to Lee County. You'll be taken up there, photographed, fingerprinted, booked into their system, and you'll get a first appearance before a judge up there.
And what the officer predicted would actually come to pass, with the expert gunslinger being transferred to another agency to face charges. We'd be hit with a 30-year sentence for the murder and additional attempted murders, which doesn't seem like much. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? If you think he was really justified in defending himself and deserved less time, right? Overcharged. But if you think he got a slap on the wrist, but undercharged down below. Thanks for showing out the other day, acting up in my wife's comment section and filling up her video with comments. That'll keep her busy. If you want to help, the link for her channel is in the pinned comment of this video. But now it's time to say goodbye to all my YouTube friends. But I'll catch you kind folks again soon, right back here on They Called Me. Till next time.